aspirants, welcome to our channel DISC Civil Services in Detail, guiding aspirants to become officers. Let's begin our session of India's missiles. This is high probable topic for all the competitive exams, but for now we have put it exclusive for UPSC Prelims 2025. There will be no question paper appears without the questions on missile system, whether it's Pinaka, BrahMos, Agni, or whether it's intercontinental ballistic missile or trajectory missile. You may expect at least 4 to 5 questions in your prelims exclusively this year. There's a lots of development in this defense sector and different collaborations. So let's check out few basics and statics of India's missile system, as well as what are the important missiles which are in use for current affairs 2024 to 25. So I have added these slides to give a clear picture. Along with this, we will be discussing all the important missile launches, successful launches, and background of missile system in India. Let's begin the session. So first you should know what is a missile. As we always discuss about India's global power and standing as a top one in the geopolitical landscape, building its strong ties in maritime security, Indian Ocean Pacific region, as well as in the global South. We have seen different incidents happened with China and Pakistan and Bangladesh, especially in 2025. So we should definitely have a strong defense system with advanced technology of weapon. For that, we are building our strong defense system with the advanced technology. Let's discuss about this nuclear reactors and all the important missiles which we have. Along with this, we will be discussing few global missiles which are in use. So for now, missile is a guided airborne ranged weapon capable of self-propelled flight. This is the basic meaning of missile. So in this session we will be discussing about what is the basic definition of missile and what are the types of missile, what is the significance of missile system in India, as well as what are the features of these missiles and what are the challenges we are facing in building these and what are the achievements so far, as well as we will be discussing about collaborations too. And I have added a slide here which is discussing about the series of tactical and medium long range missiles which are dealing with the threat posed by the two nuclear adversaries, especially China and Pakistan. So here in this article you can see Prahar, BrahMos, Prithvi, Agni, Nirbhay. We will be discussing all these in this particular session. So for now, coming to types, you should definitely know what are the types. I suggest you to prepare a chart. For now, you first understand types of missiles depends upon guidance, speed, strategic importance, trajectory importance, and propulsion range. Finally, tactical. So guidance based depends upon command guidance. For example, Naga. Another one is inertial. For example, Agni. Third one is terrain command. For example, Pinaka. Fourth one is laser. For example, Helena. And fifth one is radar based. Example, the most dynamic BrahMos. Based upon the speed, we can divide these as Mach based. That is again like strategic, which comes under strategic. That is, first one is ICBM. For example, Agni 5. This is the first ICBM missile launched and developed by India. Second one is SSBN, that is subsurface ballistic nuclear. Example K-15 Sagarika. For trajectory, you may check out ballistic and second one cruise missiles. Please be very sincere while attending this session. It is a little bit of terminology, technology oriented. So you should definitely focus on the technology. You should definitely focus on the terminology too. And in cruise missiles, again, three subtopics, that is sub, super, supersonic, subsonic, supersonic and hypersonic. Subsonic is which touches Mach 1, supersonic which touches Mach 3, hypersonic which is beyond Mach 5. And for Mach 5 we have recently done this hypersonic ballistic missiles test which was in use in December. If you have attended our sessions Hindu Analysis Delhi, you might have come across this topic. And for propulsion, again 4 types. First one is solid, second one is liquid, third one is hybrid. Hybrid is combination of both solid and liquid. Fourth one is cryogenic. When you were talking something related to missiles or launches, especially rockets, you come across this term. And for cryogenic, Agni 5 is the example. And fifth one is ramjet or scramjet. And it is again example of the super fast supersonic, the wonderful missile, that is BrahMos 2. For liquid, examples are Pinaka and BrahMos. For liquid, again Agni and Akash. For hybrid, again BrahMos comes. And for tactical, in this category, Prithvi 1 and 2 are the examples, as well as BrahMos is the one more examples. Now you may get a question or doubt. Okay, you have discussed about missiles types. So what are the types based upon other than these? Are there any other features? Yes, let's check out. So this is the one more important types on which launch base depends. That is surface to surface, surface to air, air to surface, air to air, ship to ship, ship to air. That is like land to air to air, like this. You should definitely know what are the missiles which have the features of these surface to surface, nuclear based, submarine based and all these things. In this particular session, we are also discussing about the Kalahari class, Project 15, 75, etc. too. So for now, stick to this topic, especially to this slide. Here we have discussed about what are the examples comes under surface to surface. That is again Prithvi, Agni, BrahMos. Don't get confused with the features. Most of the times in UPSC or in central level or state level competitive exams, whether it's IB, SSC, CGL, bank POs or CSE prelims or CDS or NDA, you may get questions on the features as well as the collaborations. For example, they may ask BrahMos is the collaboration between which nations? You should definitely know it is between India and Russia. Even this was asked in APPSC prelims, sorry, mains, recent mains which was done, and it is high probable topic and previous year's questions too. All the questions which were written here are all like previous year's questions and high probable topics. And again, see, Akash MR SAM is the one. Helena, as I already mentioned, this is the one. Rudra helicopter with Astra, BrahMos, Barak 8, K-15 Sagarika, which I just now explained. So these are the types and examples of ship to air, surface to surface, land to air launches. These are the few missile programs of India, and these are the few important key products like integrated, that is IGMDP, Integrated Missile Development Program. This was a high probable topic which started in 1983 under DRDO, especially to establish indigenous missile development, because India, as already said, is trying to build itself as a strong global leader. We are thriving ourselves to build as a Vishwa Guru. We are focusing on Vishwamitra policy too. We are focusing on neighborhood first policy too. We are building ourselves strong as top one, and we are also working hard to get the permanent membership in UNSC too. For that, we have already proved ourselves as a top one or top three in space technology. Now it's time to prove ourselves as a strong people or strong nation in defense too. Because recently we have done an article where IAF chief is saying there's a lot of gap between the production and the demand, so investment should be coming from private players. This is what he said. We are doing these sessions explaining all the multidimensional approach and what's happening especially in the defense sector and how we are improving our foreign policy. If you see the situations with Gaza, Ukraine, Palestine, you should definitely know how a defense system, a strong defense system, plays a key role for any nation, for its growth as well as for its security, especially for security. So this is how they build our strong defense system and still going forward to improve the technology and security system. For that, again, BrahMos Aerospace joint venture is the one which was developed, as I already said, India and Russia in 1998. We can see BrahMos 1, 2, even the next generation NG in this series. And Indian ballistic missile defense program is the most successful one, which have been started in 1999 with a two-tiered system. And Prithvi is the one, Ashwin is the one, which have been launched under this program. Independent projects since 2008 which have been started and given Agni series K missiles hypersonic technologies. Even the one which is like Mission Divyastra is in news, again related to Agni's latest version, that is the high-end technology used and advanced version. All these you should definitely know when you are reading something and you are preparing something like UPSC. You should definitely know, because once you become a bureaucrat or you may be posted in defense ministry, you should know what's happening, what are the features, what are the collaborations, what are the challenges, and what are the achievements, advancements too. Okay, let's go to the next slide. As I already mentioned, these are the few examples of surface to surface where you can see 1, 2, 3 of Prithvi, Dhanush, Shaurya, Prahar. And Mission Pralay was also in news. I will be explaining about that too. Don't get confused between Pralay and Prahar. And intermediate range ballistic missiles, which again comes under Agni 234. And 5 is the one which comes under Mission Divyastra. It is again intercontinental range ballistic missiles. Here they have given about range also. Submarine launched ballistic missiles are K-15 and K-4. If they ask something related to, if they match 2 to 3 points and ask which of the following comes under submarine launched ballistic missiles, you should definitely know. And coming to cruise missiles, subsonic cruise missiles exclusively Nirbhay, BrahMos 1, 2, which I recently explained in our sessions where we were discussing about India's missions. Other than that, these are the short range surface to air where Trishul, Akash, Maitri, Barak 8 are in use. As I already discussed in the previous sessions, all these points. But again, I am doing exclusive session on these particular missiles because it is a high probable, as I always say. Coming to Project 75, it is high probable and nearly every year at least 1 or 2 questions comes from prelims. Even you can observe this in S&T part of any competitive exams, especially related to mains. So you should definitely know about basics of Project 5 and what are the recent advancements. And Project 75 is the 6 Scorpion class submarines, that is called as Cavalry class, which have been constructed indigenously. This is the keyword. And with the transfer of technology from French Defense Major Naval Group. So project was initiated in 1997 and all the 6 submarines have been commissioned. And that comes under Cavalry, Khandev, Kharanj, Vela, Wagir, Worksheet. I have added few important slides of these in this session. We will be seeing that too. Project 15B, again high probable topic. This is guided, it is a class of guided missile destroyers currently being built for the Indian Navy. And again there are 4 ships which comes under Visakhapatnam, Mormugao, Imphal and Surat. This is the India's missiles global strike range. You should definitely know about which missile has which strike range. As I already mentioned, these are the strike range like 1000 kilometers, 2000, 3000, 4000, 5000. This is the boosting India's aerial powers, especially air, land, sea, and these are the max. It is all about BrahMos A. If I explain and if I keep on writing and if I keep on explaining, it may be like little bit of confusion. But if I add a visual picture, a picture or slide, it will give you lots of impact. And that visualization will help you to remember that forever. And these are the few slides which are talking about features of the BrahMos. And this is Presley, which I already explained. And this was recently successfully testified in coast of Odisha. And it is a surface-to-surface short-range ballistic missile for battlefield, developed by DRDO. And this is India's nuclear triad. Please go through this once. And it is all about MIRV, high probable topic. That is multiple independently targeted re-entry vehicle technology. Ballistic missile defense system. I have added, and all these are important points for mains perspective too. Once you get the strong command over concept, it will be easy for you to write the right options, choose the right options in prelims too. So this is all about Agnify and this is Hi-Fi and this is all about missile development, integrated guided missile development program and mission Divyastra. And these are the features of Agnify, which is the longest ballistic missile in India's defense arsenal, especially to deliver nuclear weapons. And this is high important topic that is talking about Akash layer and NSAMS layers. This is one of the India's 6 deadliest subs delivered, that is Wagir, which we seen in Project 75. Wagir is the 6th submarine in that Scorpion class. And these are the Chinese classes: Jin class, Shang class, Song class, Yuan class. I have added just for giving an idea. It's a kind of giving little bit of comparison between Indian classes and Chinese classes. Yes, Kolkata class, Delhi class, Rajput class. I have added this because again this was previous year's question and repeatedly asked in exam. INS Kolkata, INS Kochi comes under Kolkata class. INS Delhi, INS Mysore, INS Mumbai comes under Delhi class, which is guided missile destroyer. And INS Rajput, Rana, Ranjit, Ranveer, Ranvijay. This is all 5 R's which comes under Rajput class. This is high probable topic. And this is the guardians of the seas. That is again nuclear attack submarines, SSBN, which we have just now discussed. In this comes under INS Arihant, Arighat and INS Aridhaman. All this has been released. Okay, let's see what are the important missiles which in use. I'll just giving the headlines of the topics. If possible, you make a note of all these things. Ashmi, that is Mistron pistols under Atmanirbharta initiatives by DRDO. It is completely 100% make in India model. And YARS missile. This is intercontinental ballistic nuclear missile. Agni 5. This year, Agni 5 and BrahMos are high probable along with Pinaka. Please make sure. Agni 5 Mission Divyastra. Please go through once again. I know how to write very beautifully, very fast, but for now it's important to save time and energy. So kindly bear with the speed writing, and you too try to write as much fast as you can. Rudram missile, again in news, developed by DRDO. It is India's anti-radiation missile. Camcorder, which is S-100 category unmanned aerial vehicle. India acquires from Australian company. Joravar. It is again in news because of DRDO's test, that is indigenous India's light tank. Triput was in also news. Please go through all these once before you are writing your prelims. INS Brahmaputra, high probable topic. This is ballistic class guided missile frigate upgraded on Godavari class. IRIS-T missile, it is not India's, it is Germany air to air. Dragon 480, you should immediately come across, yes, Dragon, China. And next most important, Nagastra, high probable this year, man portable suicide. Abhyas, heat, DRDO's 6 trials, that is high speed expendable aerial target. INS, I am writing few important points like INS Vikrant, Vikramaditya and Virat. See, all these are high probable. When you are writing something related to Scorpion class, you should immediately write about those 6. And when you are talking about this, you should immediately write these 2. Bhargavastra, India's first indigenous micro missile system. This is highly probable, which is designed to counter swan drones. This is micro missile, especially to target swan drones. Next, INS Wakshir is in news. This is 6th Scorpion class submarine, which is recently commissioned, that is on Jan 9, 2025. And this is comes under Project P75. These are the nuclear powered submarines I also already explained. INS Surat, again I explained. This is recently commissioned, again on Jan 15, 2025. This is a stealth destroyer. It uses both barracks and BrahMos. And this is the 4th ship of Project 15. Please make sure whatever I am teaching you should write with running notes. And other 3 major components are INS Surat, INS Nilgiri and Wakshir. So INS Nirdeshak was in also news. That's what I am saying. If you have attended our sessions, you might have come across. This is a survey vessel which talks about or do hydrographic navigations and maritime surveys. INS Trishul was in news. INS Tushil was in news. And it is Krivak 3 class, 3 frigates. Krivak 3 class frigates, which is comes under Russian project. And 2016 India Russia got contract for this. IDEX is the one which is innovation for defense excellence under Ministry of Defense. So it is high probable again. And I already mentioned Hellfire missiles. Hellfire missiles, US and India signed a deal and they are using AGM 114 Hellfire since 1972. It is a short range air to ground missile. And the one which is in news, IJDELIYE 305. This is Russia's multi-purpose guided rocket air to surface missile. And another one which is in news, nuclear powered ballistic missile submarine that is joining INS Arihant, Arigat and Ardhaman, which is I have already explained just now. And other than this, Agni 4 is in news, which is again IRBM on 6 September 2024. They have tested it. Hrim 2. This is ballistic missile of Ukraine. See, Ukraine, Zelensky, lots of discussions going on. So you should definitely know and make sure you should be very thorough with this particular missile. As I already mentioned, BrahMos NG. Other than this, Su-57, which is a fighter aircraft of Russia's and India's 5th generation collaboration. Sarath, which is in news, search and rescue aid tool. Under Indian National Center for Ocean Information Services, Ministry of Earth Sciences has utilized this recently. Other than this, ATAGS, that is Advanced Towed Artillery Gun System. Under DRDO 76th Republic Day, they have presented in the parade. So it is high probable. They may ask you what are the gun artillery systems they have presented. And also NAC Mk2 missile, which is in news. Other than that, okay, this is again because of the DRDO's 3rd generation anti-tank fire and forget guided missile. So Pinaka multiple rocket launch was again in news. It was developed by DRDO and it was used in Kargil war. Pinaka high probable. Please put a double star mark for this. This is all weather artillery weapon system. And few other are scramjet powered hypersonic technology developed by DRDO and Trajan 155 M towered artillery gun system. This is again from India and France. So here my point is, you don't need to go into the very details like how many kgs it weighs, how many kgs it lives, whether it's carrier, whether it's launcher, whether it's naval, or whether it's doing undersea trials or what. You just stick to the basic points like, okay, surface to surface, air to air, intercontinental or ballistic or cruise missile. So what are the important features? And you should also know if there is any collaboration other than India. Most of the missiles are DRDO's giving 100% indigenous technology. So when you are reading something related to these missiles, please try to make an important note and write a chart like this. I hope this session will be very helpful and keep maintaining consistency in your preparation. Whenever you need any support, we are here to help you out. Do your preparation well. Prelims ahead. I will be releasing few 10 minutes quick revision of high probable topics of missiles soon, just 1 month before the prelims. Study well. All the best. Have a wonderful day. Thank you so much.